Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. Well, today we're going to be working on the gnomes, and all I have left to do is this, if I can just push it up a little bit, this snowflake, and this guy's hat. Everything else is done. So, how's everybody doing? Are y'all ready for Christmas? I'll adjust this as I go. But, yeah. We're going to just work up here at the top. So, oh my goodness. Is it cold enough where you're at? I just want to know. It never got too terribly cold here. Like below zero or anything like that. And we just barely got enough snow to cover the ground. So, yay, as far as that goes. But yesterday, the wind was totally horrendous. I just could not deal at all. It was freezing. So I came home and I got out some of my chicken with wild rice and mushrooms and had that for dinner because I was just about froze solid. And of course, since the wind had been blowing, the heat hadn't been too terribly on. It was like 60 some degrees in the house when I got here, but we have a little heater. It's probably 8 inches across this way and maybe 10 or 12 inches tall. So it works just fabulous to sit, like in front of you. So, yeah, I had that on all night long. And of course I have my electric blanket, so we weren't freezing by any means. And the wind blew until, about when I went to bed. So we just cranked up the electric blanket and went to sleep. Of course, I can always sleep better when it's cooler in the bedroom, so I usually push all that heat, out to the front room. But, yeah, this happens every time the wind blows really bad, and it's just been pretty relentless all day yesterday. And I think they probably closed some of the roads in Denver because, okay, there's a road that goes down, and it goes down to Denver. Let's say, here's Denver. But right here, before you get to Denver, is Fairplay, and the wind blows across that highway like nobody's business. One guy came in and said that it was like whiteout, oh, for pity's sake, whiteout conditions on that path. I think it's called a pass. I'm not real sure. But, yeah. So it gets pretty darn bad there. So, I don't know how long that was going to blow. And somebody said it was like 15 below in Denver. But that was 100 miles away from us, so we were not having any issues whatsoever that way. So, yay. So, it's supposed to be in the 30s, 40s, something like that, like next week. So, or, like the rest of this week. So I'm glad we don't have to go to Denver for anything. And I don't know what it's like up in Wyoming, but they usually have blizzards and stuff. It's kind of like, Wyoming reminds me of my idea of, what do you call that place? Minnesota, because they're up in that trough. It's what they call it. Oh, what is that called? Oh, where the air streams at. So they get a lot of that kind of wind and cold weather. Yeah, it was pretty bad when we lived there. It's not some place I'd like to repeat in the middle of winter, Not at all. So, I don't know what kind of problems my sister has. Her and her husband live up in Cheyenne, and they don't live in town, but it's not too far from town. I mean, when I say town, like the outskirts of town. So, yeah. Fun times. No, Cheyenne. My parents went there one year for Christmas and got stuck there for like 3 or 4 days when they went there. So, not fun. Okay, I think we got all those. So, and yes, it's upside down. I'll be switching out colors here, there, and everywhere. I still have a, fair amount of drills. I definitely had enough black to do, all the background and everything. And of course I'll have to go over it to make sure that I get it, make sure all the drills are in. Because after you move it around every once in a while, I had to move this off my desk 2 or 3 times, so usually they don't pop off. I haven't had that problem at all on this. I'm going to move this time. There we go. How's that? Better? But yeah, I just want to finish this. So we'll see how far we get today. But if I just keep at it, should have it done before Christmas, I hope. If I do, I'll put a little short, one of the short videos that they call them. I about dropped the whole thing. And of course I'll have to go through and straighten all these drills. Whoops, my bad. So, it happened. And some are so-called worse than others. Some I can get pretty close. I just keep straightening them here and there. But I usually take my little card thing and do the whole thing over once after I roll it with a rolling pin. I do have a brayer, but at this point, I don't know where my brayer is at. Last time I used it was for, what do you call it? When I was using my jelly plate. I love jelly plating. But I found that I have 10,000 papers and not a clue what to do with next. So they're all in a storage bin, if you will. One of those plastic bins. But I can't get into mixed media. I don't know why, but I do like doing jelly prints. But I liked them so much. I mean, I have a pile probably, if you can imagine my hand that way, probably that thick of nothing but jelly prints. I think it's fascinating. Maybe in the summertime, I can get the kids into it, the grandkids, and we can do some of that, but I don't know. It makes a mess, and you got to get all the stuff out, and yeah, I have 2 or 3 different sizes. It's just not picking it up. Of, what do you call it? The jelly plates. So I have like an 8 by 10 and an 11 by 14, and then I have some real small, tiny ones, but I think it's fascinating. And I love watching people that do the jelly prints. If you've never done it, you might take it up. It's addicting. Now, what to do with all them papers afterwards, I can't ever get. Yeah. I got nothing I don't make journals. I don't do all that, the things. I like looking at people doing those things, but it was one of those things that it took too much stuff to do. And I'm not a saver of, you know, pictures and magazines and all that. I had to go out and buy magazines, and not buy them at the like grocery store, but like at the thrift store for pictures and stuff. I don't know. Too much falderall. And that's when I fell into diamond painting and cross stitch. Yeah, it has its own can of worms, but at least it's contained. There's too many variables in mixed media. It's beautiful. I envy people that know how to do that and make it look like something. Mine looks like a 5th grader did it. Oh, let us not even go there. Maybe a kindergartner. Yeah, maybe a kindergartner. Yeah, it's terrible. Okay, whoop, nope. I always say, yep, and then there's 5 more. Telling you. So work was a little bit boring there towards the end, like about 3 o'clock. I mean, it just died, so I thought maybe, perhaps, they closed the highway because we had nobody. Even the people, there's a truck stop across the street, and sometimes they have more people than we do or whatever, you know, it's not a competition here or anything, but yeah, they didn't have anybody either. So it's just like it died off completely. And I know there'll be people tomorrow traveling and going places. We had people that were going skiing or going to an actual other state, you know, but it was earlier and then it just died. So needless to say, I got out there a little bit early, but I had no place to go. I mean, I was going home. You know, I wasn't going to the grocery store or anything too terribly exciting. I did that yesterday, so I wouldn't have to, right? Oh, yeah. So I don't know what I guess I'll work on the gingerbread house a little bit. Maybe I can finish it by New Year's. Who knows? But I like it. I think it's so cute. And that's another thing. Never could get those to turn out right either. I'm just not that decorative. So we go with what we know. It's just cross stitch and diamond paint and call it good. Oh, every once in a while I do like to knit when I feel the urge, and it's usually in the middle of summer. Don't ask why. You'd think that the rest of it would keep you nice and warm during the winter when you were working on it. But no, it just never hits me. Oop, there's one. There's A's in there too, so every once in a while I think that I have to stick one down, but it turns out it's an A. This is a real test of your, what is this? Your motor skills and your eye and brain cognition or whatever. Yeah. Sure are some pretty good drills in this. H. Yes, last night and yesterday before I went to work, I worked a little bit more on that 18 count picture. And I finally got to stitching, you know. So it was going along very well. But I didn't want to ruin my eyes before I went to work. But after a while, your eyes do adjust to it. And it's just different, so I guess that's the fascination with it. I've never used that small of material. So So we're just kind of going at it. It goes a little slower than I'd like, kind of, but it's okay. It's something new and kind of broadening the skills. Okay, is there any more H's? Can you tell me? I probably missed something somewhere. That always happens. Let's do those. Use number 4. And once I figure out if it's got all its, what do you call it? All its drills, then I will pour all these excess drills into something and into my baggie, you know, my big collection of drills. And I don't know quite how I'm going to frame this. Not real sure. I think I have a piece of poster board in my other room over there that holds all the crap. I need about 12 more totes, and I might be able to get everything into that room. That's the plan for spring, so that I can get all the stuff out of my... I have a little... In a trailer, you have a baby room. That's what I call it. The baby's room. Because a baby usually only requires a tiny chest of drawers and a crib. Possibly a rocking chair. But, yeah. So I want to get all that stuff put into this room that's in here, because it's a bigger room. And I'm not using it for anything whatsoever. Oh, come on. So. And then I can maybe find another chair to put in there so that I can use it as a stitch room. Don't know yet how I'm going to set that up, but it's going to require some shelves put up. Okay, do you see any more of those? Oh, I see, I missed a nest. Okay. Got that taken care of for 5 minutes until I find the rest of them. Oh, now, do not even think about getting staticky at this point. You know, you get down to short rows and things start to get staticky. Must be dry in this house for some reason. Oh, do come on, please. It's stuck, of course, to the edge over here. Okay, F is 5. But at least I've had enough drills for this, which is nice. I haven't had too many kits where I've run out of, you know, drills. It's usually those ginormous things. It's like, come on, people, estimate right. And I usually save my whites and my 310 black, just because it's the most common thing. Whoops. Ah, come on. That I would run out of. And like if I ran out of any of these colors, I would just put it up what is closest to it and not worry about it and just go on. Because nobody's going to know. Just so it blends in, you know. And hopefully you don't have too many, you know, to do. I did run out of drills one time on one that used special drills. Oh yeah, that was a piece of work. Oh my goodness. I think I was missing like 3 drills out of the whole thing. And since then, I haven't run into anything that came that close ever. Because usually when I do the special ones, they have lots of extras, but I don't know what was up with that. If your tray gets a little staticky, take some hand sanitizer on a piece of paper towel. I haven't done that in a while. Speaking of that. Oh. And just wipe it down. Seriously. Okay, guys. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Come on. Get in there. So, I don't know why they're so staticky. And right this second, I don't know where my speak of it sanitizer is. It usually stays on my desk. I'm almost hesitant to put that in there. I guess we're going to go fishing for drills here. Any more? Any more? Any more? Any more? See? I'm glad I didn't pour that all out. I need one. Those right there. Come on. T is 18. Sorry if I'm hitting the camera. Okay. L is 12. Things are so heavy. This one's way lighter than that one. And they're about the same size. I usually dip my thing into the wax and it leaves a little bit of residue, just enough to grab the drills. So that's why I changed out my drill. See? Just a little bit. I don't see any more. Oh, I missed 2 V's. Okay. Seriously. Okay, we're going to have to pour this out because there's just too many. I have patience, but I don't have quite that much patience. And another drill. I have about 10,000 drills in my little plastic thing down on the bottom. These all have baggies to put the drills back in. Do you see any more Z's? Am I missing it? Oop. There's an extra S too. Always happens. About 10. So, I guess today I'm making pumpkin bread and chocolate chip, not to, at the same time, chocolate chip cookies to take on Sunday. I'll take some to my daughter's house and then I'll take some with me to my son's house. And I don't have an idea how many of those little, what do you call them? Bread pans. I got the tiny ones that it'll make. I don't know if I'll have to make 2. I don't know if it even says on the back of the instructions if there's any. I haven't done that in, gosh, ages. Finally got on one that doesn't have to change out every 3rd one. Oh, there'll be those last 10. But yeah, so I got nothing. But I do have 2 full mixes that I can use. And of course I'm going to put dates and walnuts in it. Hang on just a second. Alright, I am back. There was something outside banging and I couldn't figure out what it was. It was that stupid box I put out there that I was supposed to take to the trash, but the day that I decided to do that, of course it was trash day, so it was all full, so it wouldn't hold the box. So it just got out of its little space. Any more of these? Oh my goodness. And there's 2 more drills over here. I don't think we'll need all those. That's a D. It's kind of hard to see these R's and D's and G's all in the same place, and they're all about the same color. I'm sure I'll miss something somewhere. I moved my head, now I can't find it. Hang on. So we're getting there. We are getting there. And I don't know if I will or I won't have a video on Christmas Day. Probably not. So, we'll see. Any more? I'm sure I missed 1 or 2 somewhere. Alright, number 3. See, there's a lot of drills in there. And I know I didn't miss nothing. So it's nice that they're finally giving you a decent amount of drills. I think they finally wised up, or either that or they're sick of hearing people complain that they're running out of drills. So, do a little diamond painting. I had to make sure I was on the right number. This weekend, and some cross stitch. And go from there. Okay, be that way. Yeah, come out of there. Now it's so orange I can't tell where everything is. Isn't that weird? I did have to plug my stupid light pad in because it finally needed to be charged up. This you can plug it in and just, work that way, or plug it in, leave it, let it charge, and then go from there. And you can have it unplugged and it still turns on. It has a battery in it. Is it rechargeable battery? Might help if you leave last drill. Oh my goodness. I don't think anybody's doing anything for, what do you call it, Christmas Eve. I don't know what they're doing at their own houses for Christmas Eve. I'm not doing a thing. Staying home. Probably finishing up cookies. The way that'll go. Alright, guys. Well, I think I will sit here and try to finish this. And I will put it up on like a short when I get it all done. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.